Grenade spam. It's been a problem in BF1 since launch. Explosive spam in general. And it seems like the red orbs of death just never go away. Part of the problem comes from that grenades are just too easy to use. All grenades except the light AT grenade have impact timers, and those timers are so short that it makes escaping almost impossible. If a frag grenade lands next to you in Battlefield 1, you have almost no chance of escaping without taking at least critical damage, to the point where one DMR shot's gonna kill you. And there's almost no drawback to throwing a grenade. The grenade throw animation is way too fast, to the point where you hardly take a hit to the RPM of your base weapon. Couple this with the fact that some of the objectives in Battlefield 1 have so few viable places to play while you're capping them or defending them, that it's just easy to lob a grenade into those predictable spots and get multi-kills. All of this leads to a meta of grenades first, gunplay second, which we can all agree is just not fun gameplay. We've been complaining about this since late October, early November, and what does DICE give us in the December patch? The grenade crossbow. Thanks, DICE. And even though the grenades can be annoying, for some reason they never came to us how annoying the gas spam was when this game first started. Sure, gas is meant to be annoying, but it also made the game not fun. Gas leaked through walls and floors and can be invisible and would kill you without notice. You'd be on an objective and a grenade would take 90% of your health. That grenade would be followed by a gas grenade. That gas grenade would start ticking away at your health before you even see the gas effects. And you're dead before you even realize what's going on, much less put on your gas mask. And friendly gas suppresses you for some reason, adding to your base spread and increasing your recoil while stopping any health regeneration. We expected DICE to address nade spam in some form or fashion, whether it would be tweaks to how grenades were used or how often you would get them, but what do we get? A cooldown timer for each throwable. Grenades now auto-resupply passively instead of you having to seek out a support player, but the big ammo bag can have them resupply 3 times faster. You also start out with fewer of the more spammable grenades like gas, smoke, and minis. This definitely reduced gas spam, but the general consensus of the community is this was not a good change. It makes no logical sense for decreasing grenade spam. In the past, personally, I would have 1 grenade per life. I had to use it wisely. If I wasted it, I had to find a support player and sit on a box for a long time before I could get another grenade. I don't think I ever did that. Supports throwing down ammo is a rare sight, and I'd rather get back into the action than sit on an ammo bag for any amount of time. Now, I get a new frag grenade every 36 seconds. I can have a new frag grenade 5+ times in a life sometimes, when in the past I would only have 1. Now it makes more sense for me to use a grenade in every firefight. I'll have a new one by the next firefight anyways. But according to DICE, this change has had a positive effect on grenade spam. Quote, "We've seen around a 7% decrease in grenade throws per second and grenade kills per minute across all base game maps since Battlefield 1 They Shall Not Pass has been released." I'm not sure if I believe them. Maybe a 7% decrease isn't very noticeable, but I know for sure I've been getting more grenade kills since this change. This change is the beginning of a complete ammo resupply overhaul DICE is calling Ammo 2.0. In a Reddit post, DICE has listed out what they hope to achieve with Ammo 2.0. Quote, "Ammo gadgets should always be helpful and increase the abilities of other gadgets in the short term, even immediately after spawning in, not just after they've expended all of their uses. Other gadgets should not become completely useless once their ammo is expended, but stronger when supported by ammo. Resupplying must be limited to prevent overuse of gadgets, but should not require players to sit on a box for an extensive amount of time, else redeploying with full ammo becomes a more attractive and efficient option than actually resupplying." The ammo box already has this effect in the current build of the game, but with only a few resources. Currently, a medic can chain 2 revives together with a slight cooldown before they can revive the third player. An ammo box nearby will completely negate this cooldown, allowing the medic to chain as many revives as they want. As it is, the syringe isn't completely useless without an ammo box, but is more powerful when a box is present. Here's an example of how Ammo 2.0 might work with the Assault class. When Ammo 2.0 is implemented, you might spawn in with 2 anti-tank grenades. Then let's say you find an ammo box and you sit on it. Then you might have 3 anti-tank grenades. Then you find a tank and use all 3 of those nades. Now you have 0, but with no support in sight. Not to worry, you'll have 1 grenade in about 30 seconds to a minute, and you'll have to find an ammo box before you can get the other 2 back. This is purely hypothetical, and they can tweak any of these numbers. You might only spawn in with 1 anti-tank grenade. You might have a max of 4. You might passively regenerate 2 grenades. That's one of the benefits of this new system. There are more numbers to tweak, and this makes balancing the gadgets and reducing their spamminess easier. DICE will be testing all of these and more in the CTE in the coming months, and we'll have to see if they affect grenade spam. In my opinion, a 7% reduction in grenades being thrown isn't enough. That's even if you believe that there has been a reduction in the first place. This system is a good foundation for the decrease of grenade spam and in the future explosive spam in general, but in its current implementation, we just have a new resupply system with the same amount of spam we've always had. If we're going to make any meaningful change to grenade spam, we need to increase the cooldown timers for passive regeneration drastically. I believe that Ammo 2.0 has the ability to really change how this game is balanced for the better. Battlefield players don't like change. You take away their tap firing, they uninstall the game. You change the way ammo resupply works and start giving grenades away for free, you might have a riot on your hands.
We have taken objective apples.
Dude, why are they using gas? They should be respectable players.